when I was in second semester, I started working. It was my first ever job. You know, how you boast about it with your parents that, oh, the first job पाए, you know, I'm independent and I don't need your money. I'm gonna live on my own stuff. अनि मैले पनि त्यसरी नै भनेको थिएँ. And त्यसपछि, you know, I was really excited for that job. And when I got it, after that, work was everything for me. I started learning a lot of things. I screwed up a lot of things, but I knew I was growing rapidly. I mean, I started off, my initial salary was 12,000 rupees, and it was a big deal for me. You know, I never worked before. I was stupid and broke. And I didn't know shit about work and how the market functions. And I was doing good. I was doing great, actually. And slowly, I got promoted. My salary increased up to 18,000 rupees. And I don't know about you, I was incredibly happy then. My salary त्यत्रो हुँदाखेरि, you know, and it made me feel more independent and more, you know, more powerful. And I could boast about it with my family a lot of times. And one fine day, right, a month after I got promoted, I got called to my CEO's office. And you know, when it's like getting called to your principal's office when you've known that you've done something really, really bad. But then I was really scared. You know, I went there, and I sat down, and I was waiting for someone to speak. And you know, suddenly when your CEO and supervisor starts talking about your progress, your achievements, your mistakes, your confusions, team pressure, and work environment, slowly leading the conversation to how the company's module is changing and that it might have to lay off some people. Yes, I was that some people. I was getting laid off from my job. It was surprising, you know. I didn't even question. I just didn't understand. I was angry. I was anxious. I was frustrated. But then I couldn't say anything. I just kept quiet. I went outside. I wrote my resignation letter, and handed it over. And, you know, the day I left my job, I felt so relieved. I mean, I really did. I loved my job. I really did. But what can I say? The relationship was over, and I didn't know how to end it, and it broke up with me. And so the last day, it was the last day, you know, I got onto the elevator, and as the elevator dropped by, I started crying. You know, with the elevator, my achievement, my confidence, and the things I have built up by now seemed to be going down with that elevator. And I didn't know what to do now. You know, I had been working for 2 years. I was 19 back then, and I am 21 right now. And I didn't know what to do. And honestly, no one was looking for me either. I went outside, I called my mom. My parents live abroad, and so I called my mom, and then she was like, honestly, it didn't even matter to her so much. She was like, you get a better job, you're just 21, come on, don't be a baby, you know. But I had to do something because now that I was already independent, I wanted to work. I couldn't ask for money to my parents. And I was just doing nothing around. And, you know, a lot of people started asking me, what next? You know, this idea of how you're supposed to have it all figured out. And people keep asking you, what next? What is your passion? What are you going to do now? This thing really bugged me. It really did. And I really hated when someone talked about passion so much that is like a plan. It's not a plan. It's just a feeling that it changes, and feeling change. They do. And it was really frustrating for me. And yeah, so I was such a mess after my recent breakup from my job. And I was sitting around. I used to watch series, movies every night for months, doing nothing. My sister got really frustrated seeing me miserable like that, doing nothing. And she used to tell me, get the job, get any job, you know. You're stuck now. You're not going to get stuck forever. This is not the end for you. She's right. She's always right. And, you know, I was turning away good, really perfect job that came into my way. Why? Because I was scared. I was scared that I would pick the wrong job, get onto the wrong train to the wrong future. I didn't want to do that anymore. So after my sister's counseling, I took this job, part-time job, at this impact investment firm as a consultant. And seriously, I didn't know anything about anything. Zero, nothing. It's just that I had a reason to not go back to home right after college, get paid every month. And that's a pretty good reason to get a job, right? And did I know that I wanted to be an investment consultant for the rest of my life? No. I had no idea. And I couldn't figure it out. But I kept doing my job, you know. And, you know, when I was really confused. And when I had no passion in me, you know. I was not passionate about anything. I didn't have it all figured out. And when I was in school, my teacher asked us to write down the name of a person you look up to and wish to become one on a piece of a paper. A lot of my friends wrote name of the actor, band, inspirational figure, singer, mom, dad, whatever. And you know what I wrote? Nothing. I couldn't think of anything that I was passionate about, that I looked up to. I wrote nothing, you know. I mean, I liked Salman Khan as much as, you know, the next girl or guy, but then I was not passionate enough that I would want to become one. मलाई त्यस्तो passionate नै थिएन के. अनि I couldn't see myself 10 years down the line anywhere. मलाई त एक हप्ता पछिको पनि थाहा थिएन. एक हप्ता पछि पनि के गर्छु पनि थाहा थिएन. हेल मलाई भोलि के गर्छु पनि थाहा थिएन. So I hadn't had it all figured out. अनि त्यसपछि, so this thing happened, you know. अनि मैले I hopped into a lot of jobs. कुनै पनि job एकअर्कासँग match गर्दैन थियो, एउटा categoryमा थिएन. अनि because but then I had मैले आफैलाई एकदमै सम्झाएर राखिरहेको थिएँ that it's okay. You're just getting better and better and better with this. It's okay to do a lot of things. अनि त्यसपछि and funny, I was studying banking and insurance. Not that I wanted to be a banker or work in an insurance company. It was just a random decision I took because मलाई your loss गर्नु थिएन. अनि त्यसपछि yeah म यो के रे banking and insurance मा पढ्दाखेरि पनि मैले त्यस्तो सारो banking and insurance मा job खोज्न try गरेन, you know, because honestly I didn't know anything. अनि त्यसपछि where was I forgot, seriously. So I didn't have it all figured out, you know. I used to read a lot of blog posts on the internet, how to know what you want to do in life. Am I doing it right? Am I where I'm supposed to be? Am I enjoying my youth as much as I should have been doing? I mean, do I really have to figure it out? You know, everything was moving so fast that I couldn't keep up. I couldn't keep up with anything. Until one fine day, एउटा मैले सो यात्रा भन्नेमा apply गरेँ. Solo Women Travel Challenge. It is a travel grant competition for women. And I went through different application process. And I got it. I finally got it. And I had to travel alone because that was the condition. And I had planned to walk right from my home in Kathmandu to Everest Base Camp. That's right. And I did it. And so honestly, I was not quite certain that I could make it, but then that was not going to stop me either. And, so I went on and on and on. And the destination, I wanted to reach to the destination so bad that at a point I realized it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense, I was missing out on a lot of moments along the way just to get to one moment that I had no idea what it's going to be like. The पुरै journeyको experience-लाई नै मैले बिर्सिरहेको थिएँ के त्यहाँ जुन डेस्टिनेसनमा पुग्ने भनेर. And that is when I realized, it was a turning point of my life. That is when I realized, then why am I rushing so bad to have it all figured out, to have my life all figured out, कोही पनि काठमाडौँबाट एभरेस्ट बेस क्याम्पसम्म एक दिनमा पुग्दैन on foot, and I'm not talking about helicopters or flash. कोही पनि पुग्दैन, it's impossible. Then why am I, in so much of rush to have everything planned right now? To be so passionate about things right now? I just didn't get it. I think figuring out happens along the way as you evolve, as you grow and change. And when I was young, I was always encouraged to love what I do and discover who I am. I wish I was told that these things evolve through life and change and grow within the time. And I wish I was told that as a result of that, our dreams and our interests change. And that's okay. That's completely okay. And when I was in this verge of life that I was still figuring out, and I thought that something is wrong with me. I am this boring person who doesn't have a passion to pursue. And remember when the pressure starts really young, and it remains at the peak when you're just getting done with your college. Everyone is like, oh, world's at your feet. What are you going to do now? And you're like, I was like, let's see, 4 weeks after I was done with my college. And my parents asked, what are you going to do now? I was like, still figuring out for months. And my colleague asked, what are you going to do? Oh, I'm going to start my master's. I wanted to say, I want to start a business, but then that would bring so many questions that I had no answers for. So I just settled for, I'm going to do my master's. And, whenever you're in a party or a family gathering or a job interview or a date or with friends, they keep on asking you, not friends, my friends have been very supportive, other things. So yeah, they keep asking you, what are you so passionate about? And you are so frustrated, or it's really triggering, and you think like, oh my God, I have to come up with this compelling answer. If I don't, then that means you're not interesting. You're not ambitious in life. And I think I ran out of words. Anyways, so yeah, I think that I think you don't know what to do next, right? I don't, and I don't want to know that where I'm gonna be 5 years from now, what I'm gonna be into. I'm gonna be writing, I'm gonna be singing, I'm gonna be dancing. I might be a business person. I might change my careers. I might take a job. I might be traveling. Who knows? But what I know is, if I sit around waiting for my passion to show up and then have it all figured out, then I'm going to be waiting for a long, long time. So I'm going to put all my interest and attention in what I love doing it right now, not knowing how far will it take me, not knowing what is it going to be like in 10 years. And I think that is okay. It's okay for me. I'm glad that, I was laid off from my first job. What if म त्यही corporate sector मा काम गरिरहेको भए अहिले पनि 5 years or 4 years मा म still पनि काम गरिरहेको हुन्थे होला. I would have this one vision. I would have it all figured out. And until I realized that it's not like that. It was never like that. And that's why I went through a lot of experiences, no matter how, from where I got it. I'm really glad that I got it. And traveling helped me figure it out. Not figure it out, actually. I've still not figuring it out. And I don't know, I might figure it all out or I may not, but then I'm not going to stop trying. I'm just going to go with the flow. I think life has like plans for you more than you have for yourself. And if someone's gonna ask me that, what are you gonna do? What is your passion and shit? I just want to say that I just want to get off this stage and relax for now. That's it. So thank you everyone.